In the valley where the wind moans through dead pines, I found a church with its cross laying bent and burned. The moon cast shadows over blood-stained lines where once love was vowed, only whispers now return. Dust devils dance where our dreams once stood. Whiskey bottle in my hand, feeling nothing good. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of the judgment day. Tears turn to dust, whiskey numbs the crashes, haunted by the echoes and the blood on the ashes. A ghost town sleeps under the starlit grief. Railroad quiet before my heavy steps alone. She left with the night like a thief in the place where her love was all I'd ever known. Forgotten graves whisper of old betrayals, echo in the train's long gone sad ways. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of the judgment day. Tears turn to dust, whiskey numbs the crashes, haunted by the echoes and the blood on the ashes. Under that old blood moon, I see her face in every shadow, in every forsaken place. My heart's a prison of what I can't erase. The bullet's cold in my pocket, heavy with disgrace. Blood on the ashes, now it's me who must decide between the love I lost and the dark where I reside. This cursed land holds my soul ever tight. Gonna ride till morning or till I find my fight. Blood on the ashes, in the dawn I'll find my way, or fall to silence where the lost spirits sway. In the shadow of that gnarled old tree, where the wind whispers low and hoarse, a tale of blood and treachery on this parched and cursed course. Whiskey bottles by forgotten stones, footprints vanished in the dust. The ghost town moans in hollow tone under skies that betray no trust. Beneath the hanging tree where lost souls weep, where vows were made just to break, I hear the train whistle cry across the bleak that goes round the old heartache. She loved me with a wildfire heart. In that chapel we swore forever, till betrayal tore our world apart. She vanished like a ghost in the river, by the dim light of a crescent moon. Her whispers haunt the silent desert air, her secrets buried with the noon, in the dust of a love beyond repair. Beneath the hanging tree where shadows leer, where truth and light meld and mix. The train still screams, can you hear past the churchyard with crosses of sticks? Truth beneath blackened wood, where the earth holds tight its sin. Her locket empty, misunderstood, the echoes of what might have been. Face the mirror of my soul in that night, by the tree where the dark crows bite, in the flicker of a failing light. I chose the road from where none can hide. Beneath the hanging tree I make my stand, in the heart of this forsaken land. Forgiveness a ghost I'll never see, my redemption lies beneath the hanging tree. So here I'll rest, and here I'll abide, beneath the tree in the silent tide of dust and stories left untold, where the desert keeps its heart of gold. In the valley where the shadows mingle with the dirt, where the wind whispers stories of the hurt, ghost town spires under moonlit ballet, dance over graves no crosses could stay. Whiskey bottles clink like a lonely train's call, echoing through the streets of a forgotten squall. Here in the ashes I sing my cold song, where right bleeds into wrong. The past is a shadow burning long and tall, in this cursed land under the raven's call. She was the fire flickering in the sinful night, heart full of rapture, eyes wild with flight. But love turned to dust in a betrayer's embrace, her silhouette haunts each forgotten place. A church once stood prideful and unswerved, now just charred wood, justice undeserved. Here in the ashes I sing my cold song, where right bleeds into wrong. The past is a shadow burning long and tall, in this cursed land under the raven's call. Underneath the stars I met my old foe, on the silent desert where the bitter winds blow. Words as sharp as a coyote's mournful cry, we drew our sins neath the judgmental sky. Here in the ashes alone I must stand, the gun still smoking in my trembling hand. Revenge or mercy, the line fades to gray, in the dust of the dawn I'll find my way. Here in the ashes I sing my cold song, where right bleeds into wrong.
lies a town too scared to whisper, crossing over fate's fine line. Dust devils dance on broken streets, wind sings the chapel's sins. Every step on this cursed land, a sorrowful waltz begins. Beneath the ghostly moonlight, they waltz those lost before their time, with whiskey, tears, and heartache, to a tune that speaks of crime. The stars are dim, the night is thick, a dance of despair and chance. In the cursed land, they waltz in their endless spectral trance. There once was love neath these ochre skies, now just shadows remain. The promises made by lying lips brought nothing but pain. A train's lone whistle mourns the dead, past dreams that can't be saved. Among the ashes of the church lie secrets dark and grave. Beneath the ghostly moonlight, they waltz those lost before their time, with whiskey, tears, and heartache, to a tune that speaks of crime. The stars are dim, the night is thick, a dance of despair and chance. In the cursed land, they waltz in their endless spectral trance. Oh, the tales this dust could tell, if only dust could speak. Of the gunshots in the night, the strong preying on the weak. My heart once full of vengeance, now just echoes with regret, dancing with the ghost of those I'm trying to forget. Beneath the ghostly moonlight, I waltz alone, my fate resigned, stepping through my past mistakes, leaving hope and fear behind. The stars now watch in silence as I embrace this cursed dance, in the land that haunts my dreams, where I had my last chance. In this cursed land, I waltz with my ghost, my love, my stance.
In the ghost town shadow under the devil's moon, forgotten graves hum with an old dark tune. Whiskey bottles laid by the burned out church, where a lone soul wanders left in the lurch. Dust and memories swirl around the dying flames, echoes of laughter now just whispered names. Blood on the burning barn, paint the timber red, silent screams in the wind, the past ain't never dead. Vengeance rides a pale horse through the silent night, whispers of the wrong ones setting the old wrongs right. Love once bloomed wild like the desert rose, turned to thorns under secrets nobody knows. A brother's betrayal, deep as the mine shaft, a heart turned to stone with every whispered draft. Until the fire caught swift in the cold desert air, leaving nothing but ash and despair everywhere. Timber red, silent screams in the wind, the past ain't never dead. Vengeance rides a pale horse through the cursed night, echoes stars. The truth laid bare like the night's old scars. Cold moon's glow, ghost town's heart beating slow in the fire's warm throat. Reckoning comes as sure as the desert's harsh sand, walking through ashes alone where the old barn once stood grand.
Of a ghost town where shadows conspire, rattlesnake winds whisper sins of the choir, dust devils dance where the church used to stand, whiskey bottles lay cradled in the devil's own hand. There's no mercy in the last ride, under blood red skies, haunted train scream old truths and lies, forgotten graves, the tales they confide. In this cursed land, even brave men have died. Curse. Her love was a chapter in a universe perverse. She betrayed with a kiss, left me cold on the floor. Now her silhouette haunts every saloon swinging door. No mercy in the last ride, vengeance rides with me. Heartbeat sings with a horse's bleed. Echoes of love sharp and untied. In the silence of the desert, a lone soul cries. At the crossroad, under the dying sun's glare, faced my betrayer, found her despair. Guns drawn at dusk, eyes like the sea storm. Two shots in the dark, our fates transform. There was no mercy in the last ride, dust settled on bone. Echoes of justice in a sinner's moan. Riding away, heart empty and wide, in lands with no mercy, the past won't hide. With every strum of the guitar, in each haunting note, the song invokes a dark. Relentless journey through a land marked by loss and revenge. Fitting the load, weathered voice of a storyteller etched by the desert's harsh truth.
Sun in the shadow dunes, old whiskey whispers from forgotten saloons, dust devils dancing where the church used to stand, burnt wood and crosses just like bones from the sand. Black sun and smoke on this cursed plains ride, with every lost soul in the silence of the desert where the dark secrets choke. Only shadows move under the black sun and smoke. Train whistle moaning across the barren tracks, echoes stir the ghosts of a town they call black. She loved a man whose heart was ill-spun, betrayed by a bullet from a lawless gun. The black sun and smoke, where the vultures circle slow and watch over lovers turn to foes. In the silent desert, truth burns and provokes. Nothing's forgotten under the black sun and smoke. Stood by her grave when the sky turned to fire. The wind sang a vengeance, a mournful choir. Her whispers haunt me like the smoke they curl. In this ghostly world was my heart she'd unfurl. The black sun and smoke, now it's my tale that's told. In the flickering light where the night gets bold, I ride for her memory through lands God never spoke. Forever a shadow under the black sun and smoke. With each sorrow filled, toned by a weathered guitar, the song carries the weight of a haunting past, and a relentless pursuit of redemption
or revenge, whichever finds the singer first in the lonely, smoky expanse under the eerie black sun.
Black sun and smoke, black sun and smoke, black sun and
Sub-dip dances on the truck in the grind when the sun.
In a town too lost for sunlight's grace, where shadows cling like widow's lace, a whiskey bottle lays falling in the sand. Beside the church where no bells stand, train whistles moan through dust storms cry, echoing souls that don't dare to die. Hear the whispers in the silent grave, secrets of the hearts no one could say. Underneath the moon's ghostly wave, the silent desert keeps the betrayed. Old photographs and rusted locks, silent streets where time forgot a lover's promise turned to deceit. Led to a heart's bitter defeat. By the gallows tree they made their vows, and cursed the lands beneath sorrow's clouds. Hear the whispers in the silent grave, secrets of the hearts no one could say. Beneath the stars' cold distant gaze lies a love the time will not erase. In the chill of night he stands alone, facing the past, his sins now known. Ghostly fingers trace the lines of his face. Forgiveness lost, no saving grace. A whispered sorry to the wind as the specter of revenge begins to grin. Listen close to the silent grave, where echoes of revenge softly crave. Amidst the dust a soul set free. In the desert's heart he finds his decree. Whispers linger where life has strayed, in the silent grave where debts are paid.
Under a blood-red sky, I ride through the sand, past ghost towns and graves in this godforsaken land. Whiskey bottle clutched, memories flood like rain, the echoes of the past whispering with pain. Riding through the cursed land, heart heavy as stone. Lost love and betrayal in this desert I roam. Each mile a reminder of the cost of my sins. Riding through the cursed land where the darkness begins. Dust storms swirl round like the lies that were spun. Found love in her eyes, neath the same burning sun. But a train whistle moans, a dirge for my soul. She's gone with the shadows
where the night winds blow. Riding through the cursed land, guns at my side, silent deserts witness to the tears I've denied, seeking redemption or a bullet to end my plight. Riding through the cursed land, through the endless night. At the old churchyard, where the fire still burns, I see her shadow dance at every painful turn. My heart calls for justice, but there's no peace to find, only whispers of the past twisting through my mind. Riding through the cursed land, this tale's nearly done. Fate's a cruel mistress under this merciless sun. But in this endless desert, I've made my final stand. Riding through the cursed land, gun cold in my hand.
Out where the train whistles cut through the night, amongst ghost towns and graves forgotten tight, a dusty bottle stands half empty, poised in grace, beside a tattered gown of old weary lace. The moon casts shadows long and thin on silent churches where sin sleeps within. Oh, we dance the ashes and lace waltz, sweet and slow, under stars that no longer dare to glow. Her whispers in the dark, like a serpent's hiss, in this ghostly ballroom, sealed with a traitor's kiss. She was sunlight slicing through my cursed land, a beauty fierce with a tempest in her hand. But the devil's in the dust storm, spinning tales of deceit. Her heart was a bounty, and I too blind to retreat. Whiskey told truths that daylight dared to hide, in the echo of our love, a specter bride. Yes, we danced the ashes and lace waltz, lost and low, past shadows that the burning church did throw. Her laughter once a melody, now a cold sharp twist, in this desolate waltz, by betrayal kissed. The mirror cracked, the silver faded black. I saw her ghost in the lace, no turning back. With each step the floorboards creak with blame. In the dance hall of shadows I called her name. So I danced the ashes and lace waltz, alone and stark, with the phantom in my arms in the desert dark. Revenge, a bitter trail from the lies we spun, in the haunted night under a blood red sun. This heart worn down by a
and sway, caught in her ghostly smile.
Out on the edge of a ghost town fade, under the shadow of a church's charred remains. Whiskey breath and the cold moon's gleam, dust devils dance where the devils dream. Boots stir the dust of forgotten graves. Tonight I'm meeting a man who never saves. Dancing with a gunslinger, eyes like wildfire scorn, spinning through curses where such souls are born. Last train's whistle is a lonesome cry for those who dance with men who'd rather die. He came with a storm from badland winds, a heart made of leather and steeped in sins. Once loved a girl with the sun in her locks, left her heart in the desert, bound in a box. Revenge a whisper on his parched lips, a dance of bullets as his heartbeat scales. Dancing with a gunslinger under the blood-red moon, moving shadows whisper we'll meet our doom soon. Echoes of laughter and a cold empty flask, beneath each step the past harsh man. Face to face with the ghost in the fray, his eyes hold stories he'll never say. I've come for you, my voice a raspy song. He smiled like he's been waiting all along. Dancing with a gunslinger, fate's cruel hand would dealt in the silent desert where our true hearts have knelt. With each gunshot our sins confess, in the dust we settle, nothing more, nothing less. So let the wind howl over lands we've roamed, a gunslinger's tale in bullets and bones, and we dance on in silence deep, in the haunted desert where old secrets keep.
In the shadow of the Rockies, under the blood-red moon, the whistle of the midnight train sings a lonesome tune. A trail of ghost towns, whispers of the damned, rusty tracks laid across cursed land. A lone whistle cuts the silence like a promise dressed in pain. Every night at 12 arrives the devil's train. Oh, hear that mournful cry through the desert air. The devil's midnight train, collector of despair. Past burning churches, by forgotten graves, rise the souls who gambled, lost, and couldn't be saved. Once bet my heart on love, pure as the driven snow, but she was a tempest, a wild wind set to blow. Found her whispers in the arms of a man from Abilene. My revenge, it echoed through the chambers of 16. Now every midnight
When that whistle moans my pain, I see their faces in the windows of that train. Oh, hear that mournful cry through the desert air. The devil's midnight train rolling from nowhere, through dust storms and decay, under the crescent moon's wane. It's a rolling to my sorrow, heartbreak and shame. On one fateful night, by the light of a sinner's flare, I stood by the tracks, felt the cold night tear. As the train slid into view, I saw her face so clear. She mouthed forgive as the train drew near, but forgiveness is a train that I missed long ago. Now I walk with shadows where only the lost souls go. Hear that haunting cry, it's calling out my name. A ticket to the past on the devil's train. I'll ride it till the end, through the silence and the slain. The devil's midnight train in my veins, it'll remain.
Out where the sand swallows the sun's last light, beneath the crows that circle tight, whiskey bottles lay thrown beside the road, where a lone figure with a heavy load recalls the thunder of a train in flight. Echoes from the devil's deal they ride, where shadows stretch and old ghosts by. Lost loves wail in the dust storm scream, burning churches by the creek of dream, where every whispered sin must confide. He struck a pact beneath the blood-red moon, for silver and a lover's swoon. Dust to dust, the curse of lands did claim, left him with nothing but his shame, and a heart as empty as a forgotten tomb. Echoes from the devil's deal they haunt, silent deserts bear the brunt. Whispered vows and curses thrown in winds that chill down to the bone, and every gust his sins come from. At the crossroads stood eye to eye, with the devil couldn't deny. A gun arose and a soul to sell. He chose his path and chose it well. In the night you can hear his cry. Echoes from the devil's deal now done, underneath the setting sun. Resigned to roam this cursor plight in the silence of the desert night. A man outlaws the past he can't outrun. Blood red sky, the ghost town whispers low and shy. Dust devils dance where dreams did die, among forgotten graves and lovers' lies. Whiskey bottle at my side, echoes of a train set cry. Every track leads but to where even the brave don't dare to pry. I'm dancing with a silent grave, where shadows rule and winds misbehave. Lost souls waltz in the moon's dim light. In this haunted desert I roam through the night. Revenge is a partner holding tight. As we dance, dance away the plight. Once loved a girl with fire in her gaze. In that old church we'd dream of days, but betrayal's knife laid our hopes to waste. Her vows burned down in a hellish blaze. Now every whisper in the sand brings her laughter close at hand. Yet here I stand, a gun cold in my trembling hand, dancing with a silent grave, under stars that no prayer can save. Her ghost, it twirls alone and slide in the desert's heart, away from the light. My vengeance, a quiet serpent's bite, as I dance, dance into the endless night. Oh, the mirror of the night, so vast, reveals the truth of shadows cast. No bullet or tear can change the past, only dusty dreams in the twilight of mass. Is this dance with death a folly at last, or redemption's path wide and vast? Still I'm dancing with a silent grave, where the lost in the den forget to be brave. In the cold clasp of the earth's embrace, I find her smile, the sweetest trace, at peace with the ghosts I've come to face. Here I'll stay in this silent, forsaken place. Out where the whistle cuts the silence of the plains, my boots stir dust from the bones of forgotten names. A town with windows like the hollows of dead men's eyes, echoes with stories of deceit and lovers' lives. Shadows, the church stands charred and cold, marked by the fire of the bitter truths untold. Dusty boots and smoke, whispers on the wind, to dance with ghosts in boots, where my sins are pinned underneath the moon, where my soul got broke. All that's left is the tale of dusty boots and smoke. That old saloon door still swings with a haunting creak, well, whiskey drowned my vows and her memory grew weak. She loved a drifter whose shadow outlasted
wicked and a curse I can't betray. One fateful night by the light of a blood-red moon, her secret bloomed in the dark, a love forsaken too soon. Dusty boots and smoke riding through my veins, haunted by the echo of her last refrains. In the heart of the storm where my dreams awoke, all I follow is the trail of dusty boots and smoke. Now I'm standing here where the old crossroads align. A bottle in my grip, fate's bitter design. Her whispers in the gusts, the sand stings my face. In the land of the cursed, I accept my disgrace. Dusty boots and smoke, my redemption's fee. In this wasteland of sorrow, only ghosts are free. Revenge or forgive, the past in flames I stoke, walking on just a man with his dusty boots and smoke.
Buried in the lost love. In the shade of a dead town's rusted sign, the wind whispers secrets in tongues of the old pine. Dust dances with ghosts of a love left behind, where whiskey bottles lay with unlabeled graves unrefined. Buried deep in lost love, where hearts did not dig, lies a tale of a man and a love so big, a betrayal so foul under moonlight so dim. In the haunted silence, his fate grows grim. He met her at dusk beneath the chapel's flame. The preacher's words burning, his heart did the same. But the devil wore lace eyes, promising sin. By the break of dawn, the gallows whispered her name. Buried deep in lost love, where shadows conspire, echoes of train whistles, fuel in the fire. Her laughter a memory fading in the night. In the glow of the burning church, he's losing the fight.
the cold desert breeze. In a land of forgotten graves, he'll never find peace.
In the shadow of the black sun, the desert holds its breath. Whiskey bottles lay forgotten amidst the tales of death. A ghost town whispers secrets in the chill of twilight's kiss, where a lone church stands burning amid the serpent's hiss. There's no mercy in the black sun, just shadows long and cursed. Souls wander lost and wretched in thirst that can't be nursed. The wind howls out for vengeance across the barren lands. No mercy in the black sun, fate's dealt by harsher hands. I once loved a maiden, pure as the prairie dawn. Her laughter now just echoes in the place where she has gone. Betrayed by false-hearted lovers, chased by a storm of lead. Now she's just another whisper in forgotten graves unspread. There's no mercy in the black sun, just echoes of our fears. Every train whistle moaning like the sum of all our tears. The dust storms carry stories of lives we can't reclaim. No mercy in the black sun, just an endless burning flame. Underneath that cursed sky, where silence met my cries, I faced the man who wronged us, saw the truth behind the lies. My hand steady, the outcome grim, revenge a bitter sea in the black sun's heavy gaze. I watched a villain bleed. There's no mercy in the black sun, where I laid my love to rest. Each day a heavy burden, each night a lonely test. But in the heart of darkness, under that fiery dome, I found a twisted peace where the lost call home. No mercy in the black sun, just a long unending sigh, a tale of love and vengeance under a curse relentless sky.
Out past the rattlesnake plains, where the dead rivers lie, under a blood moon sky, the coyotes cry. A whiskey bottle clutched in a trembling hand, Through the ghost town shadow stands a broken man. Midnight in the gunslinger, eyes like funeral pyres, haunted by the howling winds and circled by the fires. His heart's a graveyard of dreams under a cursed land's curse. Every step he takes is a chapter in a verse. Once loved a girl as bright as the dawn's first light, but betrayed by a brother, turned their love to night. In the dust storm's wrath, he heard the train whistle moan, a call from the depths like a siren to his bones. Midnight in the gunslinger with vengeance right in his spine. Echoes of a burning church play hymns in his mind. The past is a shadow, a gun's cold bite. Promises whisper in the winds of the endless night. At the edge of town, he faces down his kin. Words are wind, in the silence bullets spin. The truth strikes sharper than the sharpest knife. Betrayal's cost, paid back alive for life. Midnight in the gunslinger, now he's riding alone past forgotten graves where wild roses are grown. The desert holds his secrets and the stars know his sins. He rides toward horizon where redemption begins or ends.
In the town of dying light, where the shadows claim the day, the dust swirls like the devil's dance, where the lost souls stray. A gunslinger, eyes like midnight storms, walks the creaking wood. His boots echo tales of woe in a town that once stood proud. Oh, he dances the gunslinger waltz beneath the ghostly moon's gaze. His heart beats rhythm with the wind, past lives in a smoky haze. Each step a story of love gone cold, each turn a tale of scars. To the sound of a lonely train whistle under a sky devoid of stars. He once loved a girl as wild as the merry road, her laughter a melody, now whispers in the brooding cold. Betrayed by a brother, blood turned to rust on sacred ground. Now he's chasing ghosts in the wind, in a silence so profound. Oh, he dances the gunslinger waltz Fires burn in deceased towns. With whiskey as his faithful guide, he wears his thorny crown. In the glare of burning churches, he seeks what fate unveils. On a cursed land he stakes his claim as the night wind wails. In a dusty bar by the edge of despair, he faced the traitor's eyes, a showdown of haunted pasts. Under stormy twilight skies, 2 shots fired in the silence. Only one man stood. A brother fell at the feet of the man he misunderstood. So he dances the gunslinger waltz with revenge now in his veins. A waltz of dust and shadow where only memory remains. Through silent deserts and forgotten graves, his tale forever cast. The gunslinger in a haunted waltz finds peace with his past at last.
In a ghost town where the wind cries through the chapel, burnt shadows cast by a candle's dim glow. Whiskey bottle laying empty in the silence, and footprints vanish where the red dust storms blow. Blood on the lost love under a black crow sky, echoes of a train whistle singing a lonesome goodbye, haunted by the memories in the moon's haunting light. Blood on the lost love vanished from sight. A crossroad pact made in the depths of night, a silver locket with a picture worn and old, promises as brittle as a dried up river. In the silence all that's left is bitter cold. Blood on the lost love under a vengeful moon, darkness holds the secrets of a heart broken too soon. A trail of whispers where our dreams used to lie. Blood on the lost love, truth turned into a lie. I stood by the burning church, the flames licking my sins, her specter in the smoke, bearing witness to my wins. Gunpowder on my sleeve, a duel with the past. In the valley of the cursed, only shadows are cast. Blood on where the old lies die. Revenge or redemption, akin under the cold sky. Dust settles on my heart as I lay down the fight. Blood on the lost love, fading into the night.